Hey there, everyone. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic that might just change the way you think about food safety and the industry behind it. Get ready for a deep dive into the world of food recalls and the critical gap that's been overlooked for far too long. You see, the food industry has made incredible strides in detecting and identifying contaminated products. With advanced technologies like whole genome sequencing and environmental monitoring programs, they're on top of their game when it comes to the front end. But here's the catch: all this progress seems to stop dead in its tracks when it's time to actually remove the contaminated goods from shelves and refrigerators. It's like the industry has mastered the art of diagnosis but struggles with the simplest of prescriptions. In the Jack-in-the-Box outbreak, for instance, the recall process took weeks, and by then, a significant portion of the contaminated patties had already been consumed. Tragically, a young life was lost in San Diego before the outbreak was even acknowledged in Olympia. But it's not just about the past, the problem has only gotten more complex. Back in 1993, food moved from store to consumer in a straightforward manner. Today, with meal kits, ghost kitchens, subscription boxes, and drone deliveries, the supply chain has become a labyrinth. Every handoff is a potential death knell for lot codes, making recalls even more challenging. The numbers don't lie. According to a Sedgwick analysis, U.S. food recalls in the first quarter of 2026 hit a staggering 57.4 million units, almost double the previous quarter. And here's the kicker: fewer recalls, but much larger in scale. This consolidation effect means that one contaminated ingredient can now impact a wider range of products, making the recall process even more daunting. The federal government had a solution in mind with the food traceability rule, but it's been delayed until mid-2028. However, Walmart didn't wait around. They implemented their supplier traceability requirement, and the industry took notice, moving ahead of schedule. This is a prime example of how the industry responds when there's money on the line. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Insurers, particularly those dealing with product recalls and contamination, have a unique perspective. They're the only ones who can see the potential liability before it becomes a reality. Underwriting already asks about recall plans, but they rarely test those plans. No one puts the companies through their paces to see how they'd handle a real recall situation. Recall readiness is often assumed, but it should be measured. How long does it take to identify the affected lot codes? Can direct consignees be reached within 24 hours? Do lot codes survive the repacking process? These are the questions that need answers. Insurers should price policies based on these metrics and offer incentives to companies that can prove their recall readiness. The economics and public health aspects align here, which is a rare and beautiful thing. A swift and accurate recall process benefits everyone: the industry, insurers, and, most importantly, the consumers. It reduces business interruptions, lowers loss ratios, and, most crucially, prevents people from getting sick. As someone who's been litigating these cases for over 3 decades, I've seen the devastating impact of delayed recalls. I have a filing cabinet full of stories of people who ate recalled food. It's time for a change. I challenge the food industry and the insurers: let's work together to make recalls a thing of the past. Let's measure recall readiness and put an end to these preventable tragedies. So, there you have it, folks. A deep dive into the world of food recalls and the critical gap that needs addressing. I hope this has sparked some thoughts and conversations. Until next time, stay safe and keep those lot codes in check.